But today we'll start lying on the ground on our backs.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. Alright, maybe a nice stretch when you get here. Whew. And then we'll just take both knees and hug them up to your chest. And you'll just kind of grab your knees and just relax a little bit. You don't need to pull them up too high, or maybe you want to pull them up a little bit and then let them go. But we're going to just try to keep your shoulders on the ground as you reach and hug your knees up toward your chest. And then we're going to hold this position while we just take a few of those nice deep breaths. And again, finding a little bit of movement is fine. Maybe you want to roll your ankles around, or maybe you want to pull those knees up to your chest a little higher. But mostly just focusing on your breath. And we'll do one more nice deep breath. And then exhale, pushing all of your air out. And then we'll go ahead and let one leg fall to the ground, and then the other knee you'll pull with both hands up to your chest. And then make a little circle with your hip. So you're kind of pulling your knee up and then off to the side, and then bringing it back around. And maybe you can make your circle in the other direction. And then we'll go ahead and switch legs. So we'll straighten that one out and then pull your other knee up to your chest. And we'll make those nice circles, pulling your knee up, out to the side, and then back around. And some circles the other way. Okay, and then for the next couple without your arms, we're just going to switch one knee up to your chest, one leg straight, and then we'll switch. So we're kind of cycling your legs, knee to chest and straight, but just nice and slow and steady. Thinking about getting that leg all the way stretched out, the straight leg, and then the bending leg, trying to pull it up as high as you can. Just get that hips opened up. Nice and slow and steady. And still taking those nice deep breaths as you move. And on the next one, we're going to bend both knees back up to your chest, so kind of this position we started in. And then you're going to take your knees and drop them off to one side. We'll start to the right. So your knees are going to go off to the right side. And then you're going to try to keep your arms flat to the ground, so your shoulders are flat to the ground. Take a nice deep breath here. Try to keep your knees together as much as possible, so you should feel a big twist through your back.
You okay?
And then next, as you exhale, you're going to bring your arm to meet that right arm that's on that twisted side. So it'll kind of come together like you're laying on your side. And then as you inhale, big breath in, you'll open up again. And then exhale, bringing it back closed. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And we'll do 2 more breaths. Trying to squeeze your knees together the whole time as you open with a big inhale. exhaling. Back closed. We'll do one more time. And then we'll come back, I guess open back up one more time, and then bring your knees back to the center, and we'll go to the other side. Move your stopwatch out of the way so your knees are bent, facing the other side, and we'll just kind of hang out, arms open, trying to keep your shoulders as flat to the ground as you can while keeping your knees bent together. So getting that big twist through your back. Couple breaths here. And then on your next inhale, and then as you exhale, bring those arms together so you're kind of closing your arms over onto your side. And then as you inhale, opening them back up again. Exhaling, close. Inhale, opening up your arms. Exhale, closing them again. We'll do two more. Last one. Big stretch. Okay, and then we'll come back to your back. And we're gonna stay on the ground down there. And we're gonna go into some dead bugs next. And so you're gonna have those knees bent, but rather than hugging them to your chest, hi. Good morning.
We'll start doing what Kristen does again.
Good to see ya.
Do what Kristen does.
We're laying on our back, and we got our knees bent, and your arms are gonna be extended out in front of you. And we're gonna try to reach down with your right leg as your left arm reaches back. And those other limbs just stay pointing straight up. Don't let them move. And then we'll reset to the middle. And then go right arm back, left leg out, and then reset to the middle. And only one leg, and then you'll switch again. And just keep alternating reps. And remember, as you do these nice and slow and steady, only one arm and one leg are moving. One arm back, one leg out and down. So don't let those stationary limbs move.
It's hard and slow.
Yeah, nice and slow and steady.
You sleep in today.
All right, we'll do like 2 more per side, so 4 more total. Nice job. Okay, we're gonna keep hanging out on the floor for just a little bit longer, and we're gonna go into some of our glute bridges. We've been doing these, and we're gonna start just both feet on the ground, and you're just gonna squeeze your glutes to drive your hips up into the air as high as you can. And as you do so, you're gonna reach up overhead and make this big kind of snow angel over your head, and then back down and around with your arms. But the whole time you're gonna leave your hips up high. So keeping your hips as high as possible while moving through the snow angels with your arms. Heels should be touching the ground. And again, nice, big, easy, deep breaths. Okay, we'll do 2 more big arm swoops. And on this this last one, as you swoop your arms down, you can go ahead and bring your back down to the ground, one little vertebrae at a time, squeezing your core so that you just drop one little part of your spine at a time, and then finishing with your hips. All right, and then for these next reps, you're just gonna leave your arms on the ground, no more arm swoops, unless you want. But we're gonna go ahead and extend one leg, and so that one foot is still on the ground. And then we're gonna squeeze that glute and drive your hips up into the air, and we're gonna hold here at the top for just 1, 2, 3, and then nice and slow back down, just like before, one little vertebrae at a time, kind of curl your back to the ground. And this extended leg, if it stays kind of low or up high, either way is fine. But we're gonna do another couple reps on this leg before we switch. And so ready, set, lift. And then we're gonna hold for 3, 2, 1, and then nice and slow back down with your back as slowly as possible, finishing dropping those hips. Okay, staying on this same leg, ready, set, lift. So hips up high, hold for 3, 2, 1, and then we'll lower nice and slow, one little vertebrae at a time, finishing with your hips. All right, we're gonna do one more on this leg. Ready, set, go. And we're gonna hold up here for 3, 2, 1, and then nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time, dropping your hips with control. Okay, we'll switch legs. So now we're gonna go that other leg flat down, pressing that heel into the ground and extending your opposite leg. And then we're gonna ready, set, go, squeeze those glutes up. And we're gonna hold here for 3, 2, 1, and then nice and slow, control all the way down. Nice work. Resetting and going into the next rep. Ready, set, go. Lifting those hips up high and then holding for 3, 2, 1, and slowly lowering all the way down, finishing with those hips. All right, and one more on this side. Ready, set, go. Yeah, lift those hips up, holding 2, 1, and then slow and control, lowering back down to the ground. All right, nice job. Okay, then you can go ahead and roll on forward. Ooh, nice little stretch if you need. We'll go ahead and sit up. We're kind of laying down a little bit. Maybe we'll take a second to sit up. Get back upright. All right. And so next we can go ahead and stand up also. Just taking our time standing back up after laying on the ground for that whole time. And if you want to grab a sip of water, now is like a good kind of transition time. We're going to start using our chair next. And so if you want to grab a sip of water or something, this would be a great time. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is just be like kind of sitting onto the chair. So super basic. And I think we've actually done these before too. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna try to sit down onto the chair just as slowly as possible, kind of like when we were lowering down with our glute bridge. And so we're gonna be doing like a squat, but to the chair. And so you're gonna keep your stance at about a shoulder width. You're gonna bend your knees and keep your chest up. And you're just gonna, as slowly as possible, lower yourself onto the chair so that you can't really tell when your weight fully rests on the chair. Like you can't tell if I'm just like hovering my weight over the chair and then when I'm finally setting all of my weight onto the chair. And then we're gonna stand back up again in the same way. Yeah, so nice and slow, and your knees are trying to stay like over your feet. And again, like the slow, more control, the better. And then go ahead and like rest all your weight onto that chair so you can really feel the difference between like what your posture is like when all of your weight is resting on the chair versus how you start to engage your feet into the floor, squeezing your glutes, driving your quads like up. Yeah, nice. Yeah, good job. And we're gonna do 8 of these. So then we've done 2, so we're gonna do like 6 more, so really taking your time. Nice. And you may notice that once you sit on the chair, you end up kind of like leaning back a little bit. So really try to squeeze your midline to lean forward and stay braced through your spine as you push into the ground with your feet, so that you really don't have that difference in posture. You don't need to like lean forward to hoist yourself up off the chair. You can just drive into the floor and push yourself up off the chair. Nice. Good job. And you can even kind of like use the video too to like see like, ooh, I could tell when I sat down in that. Or like, oh, I couldn't actually tell when all your weight rested or not. You'd kind of use that cue to help. I'm gonna do 2 more. And you should really be like kind of feeling this in your legs as you are driving in and out of the chair, and as you're like lowering slowly and in control. And once you've done 8, we're gonna do 8 per leg. This time it's gonna be nice and fast, but you're gonna sit down with 2 feet and you're gonna stand up with 1. And so you're gonna sit down and you can be going fast. So this is a time like if rocking on the chair is helping you, go ahead and do that. But you're gonna sit down and then stand up on 1 leg. Put the other leg down again, sit down with 2 legs, stand up with 1 leg. We're gonna do 8 per side. Yeah, I try to like plant that leg, stay balanced. And again, like rocking in your chair may help. So if you want to get a little rock step, that's fine.
And they do 8 on one side, then 8 on the other?
Yes, 8 on 1 leg and then 8 on the other, or alternating. Either is fine. Whoa, just totally fell over on that one. Once I switched legs, my balance got all thrown off. Yeah.
Over your hands.
Yeah, what do I do with my hands? You can do whatever you want with your hands. Okay, yeah, I mean, if you're ready for the next one, you can sit, and then when you stand with that foot, go into a jump. You want to try that? That's next level, level 2. What kind of pajamas are you wearing?
Wait, have I said do double?
Minecraft? Are those Minecraft pajamas?
I don't know how to put my Minecraft. I was flying.
You were flying for like a half a second. Okay, once you finish those 8 per side, the jumping was just extra. We'll turn the chair around, and then we're gonna do some more split squats. And so for the split squats, the chair is just kind of like balance, but you're gonna take that lunge stance, bending your knees and lowering down nice and slow and in control. And I feel like we kind of have, sometimes we don't need the chair anymore. But also like going slower is gonna like add more like work for your legs. So if you can add the balance and it means you can go a little bit slower, then that's totally fine and maybe worth using the balance. And this one we're also gonna do 8 per side. These look so good. And then once you've done 8, we'll switch to the other side for 8 reps. And then once you've done 8 per side, shake it out, get a rest. Grab your water. And so quick break before we do another round for your water, catching your breath.
Get some bread.
Get some bread. You know I said breath.
Correct, not bread.
Yeah, you need those carbs for your energy and your workout. Maybe like 20 more seconds, and then we'll do another round, starting with the lower down squat, sitting chair squat. Sitting chair squat, that's what we're gonna call this.
We're giving the quads a workout today.
What is that?
Looks like a butt pillow for a chair.
Yeah, I was like, that looks like a cushion.
Okay, so what are we doing next? Sorry, Ann.
Oh, it's all good. We're gonna go into our next set. So we're going back to our 8 sitting chair squats. Nice and slow and controlled. Again, try to maintain that posture even while you're resting all of your weight on the chair. So you can't really tell when all of your weight rests on the chair and when you're standing back up again. Yeah, nice, nice.
Oh, it's for the back.
I can hear you, Emmett.
You ran into the other room to get another part of the chair, I think.
Oh, I thought he said tell Kristen. It's so funny because he was doing that like voice to texting in the car. Like, say this, say this. I was like, it can hear you.
Okay, I don't need that, but you can sit.
I've got 2 more. And then the next one was those the sitting with 2 feet, standing with 1, and the little hop was totally just optional. But we'll do 8 per side. The little hop was for Emmett.
Keeping the rocking going helps get back up.
Yes, yeah. And then also it makes it so it's like a little bit more dynamic and explosive, so it may challenge your balance a little bit as well. So, multi-use rocking to stand. Yeah, it's hard enough without the hop. Unless you're 5. Then you gotta do the hopping part.
8 on each side, right?
Yeah, 8 per side.
Oh, nice. All good.
down a little bit and we'll go into those split squats. 8 per side. Again, using the chair if that helps you with your tempo and or your balance. But staying pretty steady on the way down and the way up for 8 reps per side. And once you get to 8, we'll switch to the other side. And then we'll take a little break again. We're gonna do one more set of that. But a little break first. Give our legs a rest. I was reading something this week about how important it is to keep like particularly doing strength work because of like as you get older you just lose more and more muscle mass, but apparently that process starts when you're like 30. What's that? Sorry, what was that? Yeah, it just like naturally starts happening where muscle mass is like really hard to gain and it naturally just your body just loses it. And so I was like, okay, we'll do some strength work this week then. Oh, hello? We'll take 30 more seconds to let our muscles rest.
Okay. She's looking out right now.
We'll be done in 20 minutes.
I don't know, yeah.
All right. When you're feeling good, we'll go back to our sitting chair squat for 8 reps. Nice and slow. Yeah, ready, go when you're ready.
Okay.
Yes, nice. And controlling that landing and lift off. So you're just pushing into the ground.
Hello? Yeah, very good. Yeah, so we're coming with that.
All right, I got one more of these. And then it's going to be that sitting with 2 legs standing on one. 8 per side. balance, control. And that single leg strength to stand up on one leg, that's pretty good. And then we finish off our round with those split squats. And yeah, using your chair for balance or to help you with the tempo. The 8 per side. Yeah, doing a lot with our legs. Yeah, just keep focusing on that breath. Keep your midline tight.
Yeah, what is this?
And use that chair if you need to, especially on this last set of these split squats. Yeah, then shake it out. Get a little rest, some water. So we'll take a short break. And then we're gonna be doing more stuff with our chair. And so while you're resting, I'll show you the things we're gonna do with our chair. So the last movement that we'll be doing through the series is gonna be with your hands on the top of your chair, just knee up. And so you can be like marching, or if you want to go a little bit faster, you can kind of be like jogging, but you're just gonna try knees up to the chair at whatever pace, you're feeling at the time. And so the further that you walk your feet out, the more you're gonna have to like push into the chair. And so if you need it a little bit easier, you can walk your feet closer to the chair. And then our other movements are gonna be similar to what we were doing before, but we're gonna do both. We're gonna rock into our chair and then stand with both feet. So it'll be like a rocking chair standing up. And so you should be able to like do a few of those. It should feel like pretty easy to like move through a few of those at a time. And then the last movement is gonna be sitting in your chair, and you're gonna have your hands on your head, and we're gonna go elbow to knee, opposite. So it's kind of like a bicycle crunch, but in this seated position. And so again, you'll be able to like bust out a bunch of them because we're kind of just sitting here. And so we're gonna have 45 seconds to do reps of each movement, and then we'll also have a 45-second rest period at the end of each set. And it's gonna, and I showed you in reverse order. So it starts with these like seated bicycle crunch.
We're starting sitting down?
Yes. Yes, yeah. So you'll be starting seated in the chair, and it'll be 45 seconds of those, and then we'll do 45 seconds of like the rocking squat to stand, and then 45 seconds of the mountain climbers on the chair, and then 45 seconds rest.
They were just teasing the dog.
And we'll do that for 4 rounds.
Okay.
And we'll be kind of transitioning every 45 seconds. And I'll keep track of the time, so you don't have to worry about that. And yeah, it starts in the seated position. We'll do those elbow to knee crunches for 45 seconds. Ready? All right, ready, set, go. Yes, yeah. And so you can get a little twist, and you can also really like use your core to pull that knee up to your elbows. See how high you can get your knee as you just kind of twist side to side with your top. Yeah, nice and steady is good. 45 seconds, it'll feel kind of long. Nice. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're just going to transition right into that rocking chair stand. Yeah. Yeah, rocking back and then standing. Perfect. Nice work, nice work. 15 more seconds for these. Three, 2, 1, and then we'll come around to that other side of our chair for those mountain climbs. And yeah, marching, whatever pace you want. More seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We'll have 45 seconds to rest. And we'll do 3 more, 4 total rounds. Good job. 15 more seconds for a nice deep breath. Get ready for the next one. Those seated bicycles in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Yes, perfect. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then we rock to stand. Nice job. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice work. And we're halfway through. Get that sip of water. Seconds. Catch your breath. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Twist and pull that knee up. Three, 2, 1, and rocking stand. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. We'll come on around for the mountain climbers. Nice work. Keep it up for 10 more seconds, then we'll take a break. Climb that mountain. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. Great job.
Under pressure, don't go over the mat.
Alrighty, we'll do just one more time. Catch our breath.
Almost. 5 more minutes.
10 seconds.
Bring a shower.
3, 2, 1. Last set.
Yeah. Please, if you lift your knees high. Lift your knees high.
Nice, Emmett. Yeah, getting some help. There you go. Nice job.
Your knee up to your elbow. Yeah.
Can you touch your knee to your elbow?
Not supposed to be easy.
Yeah, Grandma does hard stuff, huh? 3, 2, 1, and now we rock back to stand.
Sit down, stand up.
That was perfect timing. As soon as you got bored, we switched movements. Yeah.
Just like on the swing set, right?
Three, two, one. Now we roll around to the back. And we do mountain climber.
Like try to run.
Yeah, run in place while you lean on your chair.